Hello and good morning. All right, we're going to go through a brief, I don't know, really tutorial, but just instruction on layers in Wonderdraft. All right, so we're going to open up Wonderdraft. As always, right-click on your icon and run it as an administrator. Just gives you a little bit more options from my understanding. So I'm going to open up a map that I had before. It's going to load up all of our assets that we've included. I'm going to bump this way up to 300%. We're going to go down right here. So understanding layers is really actually pretty easy once you get it. All right. I'm going to go down to symbols. And let's say we're going to put in a mountain. And yeah, that's huge. Let's put in one of these. I'm going to shrink it down to about 35%. Place it there. And let's place a couple more mountains. And then we'll have some things coming off the side. All right, the layers works really easy. By default, Wonderdraft has the layer management off. So everything goes on the default layer. So you want to turn that on, and all of a sudden you can see you've got 11 different layers. Now, beautiful part about this is, we're going to add, let's do some pines. All right, anything with a hard edge, let me turn that on. Anything with a hard edge, you can see highlighted in blue how this edge is nice and hard, whereas this is kind of faded. All right, anything with a hard edge is going to show with layers beautifully if you want to put things behind. So let's start there. So in layers, since everything, these are all on the default layer, I want to play with depth of field, and I want to put some things above and below. So really quickly, instead of default, we're going to go 2 above. That way if we have some things we want to put in between, we can. And I'm going to shrink this down to about 15%. Now that I'm 2 layers above, I can put things on top of the mountain, kind of chase them around. You can see it's kind of sparse. If I want to beef up the density, just go up here, slide this up, and we start placing a lot more trees just by holding down the mouse button and wiggling around. If I want to place some things behind this ridge to make it feel like the mountain's coming through the forest, then I just go over here to the layers. Let's go 2 under. And now it feels as though that mountain peak is rising up out of the forest. Let me put a few more right down here behind that peak. And let's fill this in. I'm going to boom, boom, go up to, let's say 20%, just so I can use that size advantage going around the mountain there. Take it down 1. Now, as you can see, I've got mountains here. If I were to keep that in -2 as far as the layer, if I were to hold down, none of those appear because they're going underneath the mountains. So remember, you got to come back. And put it on 2, or your higher layer, I should say. And now you can just fill in your forest. If you want to just put 1 or 2, you can just click with your left mouse button. Right now, I am holding it down with the density up. You can see up here that I've done that as well up here. And just to demonstrate again with a working layer, I'm going to add some things if I can. Nope, can't do that because there's already stuff there. It's going to be on top. I could add some things here. I'm going to add more forest up here. And then go back up to 2, and we're going to have it come on top of the mountain. And that's it. That's layers. I can't explain it any more simpler than that. It's fun. I love playing with layers. Layers give you a much more complex range or field of view, depth of view. And it just makes your map a little bit more exciting and interesting. Makes it feel, I don't want to say realism, but it just gives it a little bit more oomph. Thanks very much for tuning in today. If you like us, consider becoming a patron. The patron page link is down below in the description, and we look forward to you being a part of the Gaming Geeks Trading Post. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you soon.